Look at the horrific angle of the ankle of Natalya. That's a tap.
Hey, this is the Pink Square Circle. Got a good one for you guys today. We'll talk about history making matches here of the women's division. We're here to talk about this particular match will be when Michelle and Natalia set the bar. We are talking about the Natalia and Michelle inaugural title match. Now, this title match was for the inaugural Divas Championship. This is the Divas Championship that was held from 2008 all the way to 2016. And the last champion to hold this particular championship was Charlotte Flair before they moved on to have the new championship at the time at WrestleMania 32, the WWE Women's Championship, later on becoming the Raw Women's Championship. But before it became all of that, it did start off with this particular championship, and the match was between Natalia and Michelle McCool. Now, this was at the Great American Bash 2008 match. This match was at the Great American Bash pay per view back then, and it was a dual branded PLE. Now, this match was sixth match on the card. It was before the World Heavyweight Championship match, the parking lot brawl match between JBL and John Cena, and lastly, the match of Triple H and Edge closing out the event for the WWE Championship. Now, this match, it was not a long match, to be honest. It was only 4 minutes and 14 seconds. But other than that, it still was history making because back in them times, the women's championship match was not taken seriously at all. It was pretty much considered a joke. And since it was considered a joke, they used to call it bathroom breaks, and the matches were only a minute to a minute and a half. If you got lucky, 2 minutes. But since this match was a little bit different, it got a little more shine. It got 4 minutes. That was a lot back then. A lot back then for those kind of matches. So since it was a lot back then, they was trying to showcase the women's division, trying to put it on notice, make sure women's wrestling was started to be taken seriously, which led to later on the women's revolution. It was still called Divas title. But like I said, think about this particular match. It was showing that SmackDown needed a championship because the WWE Women's Championship at the time was on Monday Night Raw. And since it was on Monday Night Raw, we needed a championship for the SmackDown. It only be determined at the Great American Bash pay per view. Now, this match recently just made history and an anniversary date. This was in 2008. So it was literally 16 years ago. So this was a good match between Natalia and Michelle McCool for this sake. Natalia was known for her. She was known for her submission move. We know she was known for tapping people out and everything else. We know that was her thing. But Michelle McCool was the one that was highlighted because she was known for having skills as well. So with that being said, it was showing that she could wrestle. She could have her own submission move style wrestling because we know Michelle McCool, she was not known for submissions that much. Honestly, she wasn't known for that. Michelle McCool was known for having her own finisher, and she was also known for, having overall solid performance in the ring. So she was starting to get showcased a little bit more. But but despite all of that, Michelle McCool pulled it out, did her thing, and she was the one who ended up becoming the Divas Championship after tapping out Natalia. That's the crazy part about that. And thing about it is, she did a good job at it. She did a good job tapping around. She had her own. Natalya was putting her in a sharpshooter, and Michelle McCool reversed it. Had her own submission move. Had a pretty much a leg lock, and it ended up causing Natalya to tap out.
Look at the horrific angle of the ankle of Natalya. That's a tap.
So with that, Michelle tapped Natalya out, which you rarely see happen from Natalya, and she became the new and inaugural Divas Champion. She was congratulated backstage. Well, actually, Eve came out, and another WWE diva at the time came out to congratulate her on her win. So this was a good thing. This was solid. We had ourselves a brand new Divas champion, and they made history. And it was a new title that will be on the SmackDown brand that women can defend. Because Eve Torres and Cherry, they joined her. It was a good moment for Michelle, and she was able to put some prestige on a championship and do what she could. Now, now with this championship, it would switch back between Raw and SmackDown for the most part. But other than that, though, this was a championship that was something for the women. This was something women can have, something that they could defend, and something that would have prestige. It was something for that particular division. And a lot of women, back then, they held this championship. It wasn't just Michelle McCool that held onto this championship. You gotta remember too, Natalya, who's in this match, she ended up becoming champion herself. Also, you had Eve, you had AJ Lee, who had the longest combined, and tied with the longest individual reign was by Nikki Bella. There were a lot of women that held this championship, but Michelle McCool ended up losing this championship to Maurice. So Maurice, Mickey James, Jillian Hall Molina, Alicia Fox, a lot of women have held on to this championship, like I said, but it was a championship that was only for 8 years. And this belt has since retired, but it will never be forgotten. So women of this era, at the end of Ruthless Aggression era, entered into the PG era. So it's mostly a championship that was held in the PG era, but like I said, it was a lot of women that were highlighted, and everyone got the opportunity at the championship when they did. And that's all I had regarding when Michelle and Natalya set the bar. Talk about Natalya and Michelle inaugural title match for the Divas Championship. You guys let me know, what do you think of this history making match of the first ever Divas Champion? And did you think Michelle Cool was the best pick for the inaugural Divas Champion? Soon to reveals a pop up. One will be when these women, Trish and Lita, made magic. Next one will be, do you remember first women held in a cell? Till then, guys, I will see you later.